right, here we go, guys. Not sure how the wind is going to show up, but a 30-mile-an-hour day. My charter's canceled. Here's Ernesto. Here's Greg. We are on the Montauk Star. Todd Mann from Long Island Eagles is here too. He's having a 7th sandwich in the morning. Yeah, we're kind of nuts today. I think everyone's going to be chicken rigging it, but except maybe us. I'm starting with a 6-ounce Skinner bucktail, and we'll see how we do. Oh boy. Like I said, we're on the Montauk Star. Great boat. I think it's going to be a really tough day. It's not going to be a reflection on the captain or the boat. It's just going to be a reflection on the weather. Check back in.
All right, here we go, guys. And as you heard in that intro, a Montauk party boat trip on the Montauk Star, one of the party boats that gives you access to the great fishery outside Montauk in eastern Long Island, New York. And here we are breaking the lighthouse, coming out, or we're actually heading east to the south side on a 30-mile-an-hour day. I got Ernesto, Greg, and Todd Mann from Long Island Lethals. He's already done a video of this trip. I'll include the link in the description. And yeah, the party boats are a great way to experience this fishery if you don't have access to a boat or you can't get on a charter. And the advantage of a party boat is, A, it's cheaper than a charter. And 2, a day like today where my charter was canceled, it is howling. You have access to a fishery that you wouldn't have access to on a private boat or most charters. We only saw a couple of boats out there today. It was just a brutal day weather-wise, but give Captain Mark credit. He sailed anyway. And yeah, we got a few fish. I actually only caught one fluke, a short. It's going to start with that. We're going to start the video with that. It was literally on the first drop. But it was a memorable trip nonetheless for a couple reasons. First, my buddy Todd Mann, an $800 Van Stall. He broke the handle. A relatively new reel. He hasn't had it that long. Just tells you, sometimes it doesn't matter how much things cost. Equipment is equipment, I guess, but you expect more from an $800 reel. But certainly the most memorable part of this trip is a keeper cobia caught by an angler named Michael. We'll show that. Incredible to think that cobia make it this far north, but with the warm waters, nothing surprises me anymore. Hope you enjoy this video. As always, if you like these videos, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please consider subscribing. And as I mentioned, I only had one fluke. It was snagged. It was short. But we're going to start the video with that. And hey, if you want to get an idea of the sea state, when we're at rest and drifting, it's hard to tell. But here we are resetting after this first drift, and we have wind with tide at this point. We're going to get out of the south side. Captain Mark's going to get us out of there before the tide turns. But here's an idea of what the seas looked like when the boat was resetting.
There's definitely some 6s in here. Started to hook up. Oh, there's a bigger one. Think. Better one just caught?
Yeah, a real one. Jig.
Good one caught on the other side. Coming this way.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. 6.5?
Hey, probably
5? I can't tell.
And yeah, it's always hard to predict the weight of the Fluke. For whatever reason, I'm bad at it. I usually have to put it on the boga to get an accurate weight. But yeah, that fish was over 5 pounds, and it did win the super pool. It was a $100 per man pool that I think 12 people joined out of the 16 or so on the boat. Congrats to that angler. I did not get his name, but he won about $1,200 with that fish, and it again caught on the second drop. And I mentioned this in the intro. Todd Mann is going to have a van stall failure here. Again, not something you expect out of an $800 reel, but he brought in a very nice fish the old-fashioned way, by hand.
Oh, snap, Todd. What happened? Oh, your rod handle.
Yep.
Your reel handle. Oh, old school Greek fishing, Todd. What reel is this?
The install.
Holy.
I think it got off. No, it's still on.
Oh, it's a nice fish. Be a pool fish, Todd.
It's okay. It's not the big one. But
Good job,
I can't
though.
believe I broke my fucking handle
That's crazy.
on a hook set.
Well, you do have hard hook sets.
And yeah, no less of an authority than John Skinner has said, no one sets the hook harder than Todd. Todd's fished with John a number of times. And yeah, while that fish is being put in the bucket and bled, Ernesto to my right hooks into a keeper as well.
5-pounder. Oh, you're on. Need a net? It's a fluke. Got a fluke on here too, Tyler. You usually catch the small ones though. He's on too. Oh, it's a good one. Keeper. There you go, Ernie. Another one on here.
So the conditions on the south side really started deteriorating. And like I said, Captain Mark wanted to move us to the north side before the tide turned. For those of you that don't know, wind against tide equals even bigger seas than a day like today with 30-mile-an-hour winds would bring. And yeah, an angler named Michael hooked into a very unique catch. And you'll actually get to hear the wind as I follow the fish for a little bit to the other side of the boat. We were kind of protected on our side. The other side, not so much.
Good fish. Looks okay.
And you heard Tyler, the mate there, say, yeah, bluefish, when I asked him if it was a bluefish. And realistically, a cobia fight incredibly hard. I've caught them in Florida. If they were here in New York regularly, I think people would prefer that over striped bass, my opinion. They're just such hard fighters. They never give up. And a lot of their characteristics running out are like bluefish, but like bluefish on steroids. And yeah, we're not used to catching cobia here, so the natural thought is it must be a big bluefish. And yeah, everyone was in for a surprise in about 2 minutes when the fight was finally over.
How far down are you?
Very far. It'll be a few minutes.
What was it? Cobia. Oh, nice! A friggin' cobia!
You got a fish? I got a dog.
Incredible, a cobia. Legal limit is 37 inches in New York. That was almost 40 inches, a keeper. Greg was fighting a dogfish, in case you're wondering, the gentleman next to me. Just an incredible catch. We're going to end the video with one last fish right at the horn by Ernesto, his second keeper of the day.
I thought I heard him blow the horn. He didn't, right?
What on?
Uh-oh. The hornfish. Need a net? Should I grab it?
I don't think so. You got another one? Yeah. See that? No, I think so. Oh, yeah.
I got it. Whoosh.
I got it.
You got it? Right at the horn.
Not that one.
Looks like a keeper.
Fluke.
Keeper.
And you might have seen the rain falling during that fish. Yeah, did not include a lot of the rain footage, but what a terrible weather day, but we still had a great time. I highly encourage anyone who wants to try Montauk fishing to come visit the Montauk Star, one of the very many other party boats in this area, but Captain Mark is great. A tough weather day, but we had a lot of fun, and that's what fishing's about. You don't always catch a lot of fish, but you always have a chance at a big fish or to see something unique like that cobia pictured here that Michael caught. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you like these videos, hit that like button. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like content like this, please consider subscribing.